Alright, we're going to jump right into this one. And I went to Harbor Freight and I bought a foam cannon. Now, I normally use the Chemical Guys foam cannon, but when you're doing wheel cleaner in the foam cannon and on the paint, I like to have two, and I've never had two before, so I finally realized it was time. I didn't want to spend $90 on a Chemical Guys foam cannon just for the wheels, so I figured I'd try out cheap versus expensive. So first I'm using the cheap foam cannon, and as you can see here, it is very thick foam. Very thick foam. So I was actually really impressed with this. And if you look towards the end, you'll see my final results on this. They may not be what you expect, because look at this foam. It is really thick. For $30, you really can't beat it. Now I'm going to show a comparison with the Chemical Guys foam cannon that I usually use. And I've been using this one for over 2 years, so it's definitely not as thick as it was when I first bought it. You know, the screen gets clogged. It's had a lot of soap through it. I don't always rinse it out after I'm done. So there's a little bit of kind of wear on this. Now, it might not show it on camera, but this is nowhere near as thick a foam as it was with the new Harbor Freight foam cannon. And I'm perfectly okay with that. You can see it's still plenty thick. It's still slick enough that you can do a touched wash depending on what soap you're using. I'm doing just a touchless wash here and comparing the two. But it's definitely more liquid. Now here I am going over the whole car with the new foam cannon. Now this one's going to be used for wheels. I was really just doing a comparison to say, hey, here's one versus another. But this isn't going to be the use for this foam cannon. Look at that. So that is really thick foam. I am really impressed with that. For $30 compared to $90, you can't beat it. But I did have some issues with this foam cannon that I'm going to talk about later. And for that, I'm not going to use this for my daily foam cannon. I'm going to stick with the Chemical Guys. So stay tuned to see what I think. Alright, so is the more expensive foam cannon worth it in your opinion? In my opinion, yes, completely. So I think the foam was much thicker with a new foam cannon. Now they have the same size orifice, as I said, but this one doesn't have soap buildup in the little screen that's in here yet. This one is over 2 years old, so there is going to be a little bit of difference there. This one from Harbor Freight was much thicker, but that's not always good. With this one, and as you can see, even now, there's a little space. Let me try and get up close. There's a little space in there. And that means it's going to be a straight stream. And you want a little bit of a fan to go over the car. I could not keep it for the life of me, even without touching the nozzle of that foam cannon. Just the pressure from the foam cannon was enough to open it up. So I really bought it to use on my wheels. I'm going to use it for my wheels. It did give a good, I mean, look at the car. It's clean. I didn't even touch this car. I did a completely touchless wash and then dried it with a leaf blower. And I think it came out pretty good. But both foam cannons work if you're trying to be on a budget. You can buy the cheap one if you're not videoing it, and you can hold the adjustment nozzle to keep it the spray pattern you want. It's definitely worth a third of the price. But no, don't look at the wheels too much. I didn't wash the wheels today. I was trying to just do a paint wash with the foam cannon. But I think it's worth it. For what I need it for, to do the wheels, it's going to do an absolutely perfect job. If you're doing it and you're videoing it or showing it on video like I do with my shorts, I'm going to stick to the Chemical Guys one. MJJC is good too, but for the wheels, the cheap one definitely is okay. And like I said, it's a third of the price. You can always find it on sale, and it's even cheaper. So let me know what you guys think. Have you used expensive versus cheap foam cannons?